Hey Scorpio, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with your monthly reading for August 2018. I am using the Tarot of the Trees deck, and I'm doing the reading a little bit different this month. So I've picked 2 cards for each week of the month, so we'll go left to right here. And I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get a full picture of the month of August and the energies that you may be encountering. So let's get started and look at your card on the bottom of the deck. We have the Hierophant, a nice major arcana card for you. Let's see. All right. That's Earth energy, Taurus. So this will be the theme that runs through the month for you, okay? So the energies that connect to this card are kindness, unity, spiritual direction, self-realization, expansion of your spiritual relationship to yourself, a deepening of your emotional and spiritual relationships with others. So that's expansion across the board to your own self and with others. It's an energy on this card is of contemplation, philosophizing, sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, helping to educate other people. I'm listening to my guides. They're talking about your ascension to a more, they say, comforting frequency. So within your spiritual development, you're attaining or reaching or ascending for a more comforting frequency within your own heart space. You're nurturing your talents through learning. There's strong energy of study around you this month, Scorpio. And there may be a test of conformity. My guides are saying you have a naturally rebellious spirit. You question things. You don't take things at face value. You desire to educate yourself. Just because something is stated or taught a certain way, you want to know why. And there seems to be a lot of energy leaning into that for you this month. So that's exciting. That's expanding your wisdom. You'll have plenty of opportunity to question and define your values. And there's also the energy of good judgment and fairness here. So you may be having to make some decisions, and some of those decisions might test your moral compass, but you have no problem staying in your integrity with your decision making. And the Hierophant is also about the sacredness, celebrating the sacredness of relationships and making space for new people in your personal life. So that's happening too. That's a lot for the theme of the reading. So I can only imagine what we're going to get when we turn the rest of these cards over. So let's take a look at your first week. 8 of Cups. Okay. 8 of Cups. That's water. That's Saturn in Pisces. You might be feeling a time of restlessness and a desire to adventure a little bit or take a trip of some sort. Yes, so this is the first week of August. My guides are saying that you have something you're looking forward to in the coming months, and you're starting to feel excited about that, and it has something to do with travel. Not necessarily far away, but travel. Maybe it's an annual thing that you do, Scorpio, but it feels connected to that. You've got your eye on fulfillment, and you're deciding, well, this goes back to the Hierophant, where you're having integrity in your decision making. You're putting yourself very much first in the decision making process, which is great. I'm listening to my guides. You want to be in situations where you get to contribute. There may have been a passive energy for a while, Scorpio, and now there's more of an active energy with you, and you're desiring to share what you know with those eager to learn and listen. So definitely go for it. Let's see the card that goes with it. Nine of Swords. It's kind of keeping you up at night on two fronts. That's the feeling. Remember, this is the first week of August, so there's something in your environment that perhaps is stimulating you to look forward to a vacation, some time away. At the same time, you may be kind of awake at night with ideas. The Nine of Swords is often seen as a sorrow card, or an anxiety panic card. I don't feel that intuitively, and my guides are in agreement with me. It's not so much about anxiety or panic, it's more about excitement keeping you awake. Maybe a little bit of nervous excitement, but it's keeping you awake for the ideas that you have that you want to put into action. That's an air card. It's Mars and Gemini, so there's a lot of mental activity here, but it's waking in the small hours. And the only caution I feel on this card is to try to get adequate sleep so that you don't put yourself at a deficit energy-wise. This may be something that you've thought a great deal about in the past, but now it's starting to feel like the elements are in place where whatever this idea or project is, you could actually put into action. And there's excitement for that. And that also could be some of the movement we see in the Eight of Cups. So you're choosing to use your time differently. You're making space for new people in your life. That could be students. You're making space for people that feels work related. You're making space for people in your personal life too. So there's excitement on a lot of fronts here. So that's fun, the first week of August. Let's take a look at the second week. Ten of Cups. Sweet. Sweet. This is fulfillment. This is completion and fulfillment. And to me, after what I'm seeing here in the first week, I feel like the fulfillment of a dream. This is a dream come true. And in more than one arena of your life. You're feeling free to travel. You're looking forward to a potential vacation or some annual trip that you do that's in the oncoming. It doesn't feel like it's in August quite yet, but it feels like it's in the oncoming, maybe September, October, November. And then you're excited for these ideas that you have. Again, it feels career related, work related, or how you are of service in what you do. And it feels like a long-term goal or plan coming to fruition in the Ten of Cups. But the Ten of Cups is more than just that. And this is usually family harmony. So it's a closeness of family relationships. It's the living the benefits of love in your life, being loved, giving love, and that's within a beloved relationship or a budding relationship. That's exciting. This is water, Mars in Pisces. There's prosperity, joy, contentment here. As I said, the benefits of love in action, great happiness for couples. Family, close friends, peace, harmony. There's a lot of togetherness here, and it's about relationships built on stability and trust. For weeks, I am recording this in July, near the end of July, and for weeks in the daily readings, we've had divine and cosmic gifts coming in terms of relationships. So old friendships rekindling, new beloved relationships beginning, and answered prayers from the all that is, from the universe, answering our prayer to bring us into contact with people of a frequency that we've been praying for. So that's here, and that's in the Ten of Cups. Let's see what goes with it. Death card. Yeah, that makes sense to me, actually. And this is your card, Scorpio. Scorpio is the Death card. It's water energy, it's transformation and change, and it's simultaneous endings and beginnings. So the Eight of Cups is often seen as a departure. Now, it can be literally translated to travel. As I said, I feel like there's some sort of oncoming trip for you, something that you're looking forward to. But I also feel a departure in the way things have been. You're choosing to live your energy differently. And that's some of the excitement in this Nine of Swords. So that's pretty cool. It's an opportunity to let go of what is no longer needed. And it seems as though you've been in a long period of contemplation, maybe even study of some sort. You're just ready to put it all into action, and the pieces are falling together. And there's just been some sort of change in circumstances that bring a blessing. And there are some relationships that you're finally at peace with. You're ready to just settle and let it go. What I'm hearing from my guides is live and let live, love and let love. That's the past, and you walked it, you lived it, you breathed it, you provided for it, and you're complete with it, and you're ready for what's in this Ten of Cups, because that is really firing up your frequency, your desire to love in a reciprocated way. You're being loved, you're giving love, it's coming back to you, and it feels like, Scorpio, you gave and gave and gave until you were just absolutely empty. But now there's something here from this Death card. The New Horizon is all about reciprocity for you. Let's see your third week. Yeah, look at that. Four of Wands, super stable. And the Eight is super stable. You're landing in a good place. You have brought yourself to a good place. We look to fours for stability in our foundation, and we look to eights to double it, and you have both right there. So the Four of Wands, that's fire. It's Venus and Aries. There's freedom here. I was just saying that. You're feeling free. Even though you are closer than ever to the people in your life, and you are sharing more of yourself than you've ever shared, but you're doing it in this new divine high vibe frequency, and it feels good. There's no sense of being drained, taken advantage of. Gosh, I hesitate to say this, but Scorpio, I feel like you got used for a long time, and you didn't even know it because it was in your nature to just give until you discovered you were empty. And it took you some time to refill. And as you've been refilling, you've been seeing blessing after blessing after blessing, and you've created an amazing foundation out of that. The Four of Wands is one of the happiest cards of the Minor Arcana suit, and it's often called the honeymoon card. But there's truth and passion and heightened consciousness. You're feeling established in work and in your home life. There's also new love in this card and deep affection. So you're on the right track, Scorpio. King of Cups. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, King of Cups, you are representing this energy. And this is the kind of energy that's coming back to you. This is air and water. It's Libra and Scorpio. I typically view the kings and queens in their divine masculine, divine feminine, of which we all have some of each. So please take this any way that suits you and your life, okay? But I will refer to the kings as he. But these are the energies that the king embodies. And kings and queens represent self-mastery. So this king is seen as a charismatic man, a warm-hearted individual. Definitely, that's you, Scorpio. Following his intuition. He's very sensitive and chooses his close friends wisely. Yes. Yes, because this king is super empathic. He feels everything. So Scorpio, if you're watching this, again, male, female, does not matter. You are a highly empathic individual. And my sense of it is my guides are chiming in. They're really excited and passionate about it. But you are, as I said earlier, spending much more time with the people that you care a lot for. And you're getting so much out of it. The harmonious give and receive is amazing. The compassion that you experience in yourself and the compassion you see coming to you from the others that love you, your good friends really hold you in high regard. And the one challenging rap that this card gets is this king is often seen as somewhat distant, but he isn't. It's only that he feels so deep, so wide, and is so intense within his own process. He appears sometimes a little bit withdrawn. And that may be something that you give off, Scorpio, but really you're so warm and excited about the information, the experiences that you're having. You're taking time to savor those experiences, and you're channeling that savoring into your foundation, and everyone in your life benefits from it, and most especially you. Okay, last week of August, we have the moon. Okay, some things we don't see. That's all right. You've got some mystery here near the end of the month. This is a time, this is water, Pisces. This is a time for you to pay attention to your dreams. Maybe write them down if you can, record them if necessary so you can reflect on them later. You're channeling your soul wisdom. You're feeling vulnerable here. But you have compassion for that, and you have courage for that. So share your vulnerability with those you know, love, and trust. Just talk about it, and that vulnerability will fade very quickly. Let's see what goes with it. All right, 8 of Swords. Well, there may be a desire to go into some self-protection here near the end of the month, perhaps, whatever it is. Now, hold on, my guides. My guides are drawing my attention to the fact that you have an 8 over here at the beginning and an 8 at the end, which is still really super stable, and a 4 over here, 10 of Cups over here. They're just reinforcing how positive this reading is for you, and what you don't know will pass quickly. But the vulnerability that comes with it is meant to be shared with those you know, love, and trust the most, so that you can free yourself. In traditional tarot, this is usually, the 8 of Swords is usually seen as a woman blindfolded, and what looks like her hands are tied, and she's trapped by 8 swords, but she isn't fully trapped. She could easily walk out. Her hands are not even knotted, and she could pull the blindfold off and walk away very easily. So that's why I sense that the vulnerability that shows up in this moon card in the 4th week of August is something that passes quickly, and most definitely if you just talk it through with someone who you really do know, love, and trust to be non-judgmental, heart-centered, healing-oriented, you know, would see it as the life lesson that it is, and speak to you in that frequency about it, not to you, with you. Not to you, not at you, but with you. So the 8 of Swords is an air card, Jupiter and Gemini. So Jupiter's good fortune, but Gemini can mean being of two minds, and there may be a sense of feeling trapped. This is where the vulnerability comes up. And it's probably an old issue. Something old and repetitive that just makes another cycle through your consciousness for some attention, love, and healing so that you can let it go. And there may be an essence of frustration to it as well. So pay attention to that. You have all the determination in the world to release what does not serve you, and you do it very well in almost every arena. So there's no doubt here that you'll do the same. I will do the Chuck Spezzano cards for clarification on that. Actually, I'm going to... Oh, all right, we got stuff on the floor. I'm going to clarify the 9 of Swords as well. But the moon, specifically. A sense of loss in the 4th week of August that reminds you of deception. My guides are talking, and they say this is of your past. Somehow you were deceived in the past and lost. There was some sort of betrayal there. So something in the 4th week of August engages that for you. And it's something you'll have gratitude for. Oh, yeah. Okay, so heartbreak showed up as well. But I did say earlier, it felt like you'd been used in the past, Scorpio. So there is a possibility that someone from your past who was connected to you in this situation makes an appearance or has something to say. It engages your vulnerability. It reminds you of how you felt back when it happened. And It brings up issues of commitment for you. Apply that loosely, Scorpio. It's just the cards that fell out for a little bit of clarification on the moon. Hopefully that is helpful to you so you can just see this for what it is, which is an old cycle that perhaps triggered you. It's really come around for a little more love and healing, and then releasing and letting go of. Just make up my own words. Okay, let's clarify that Nine of Swords. I was really feeling something positive on that card, and that's, you know, it's counterintuitive because that card is often seen as anything but positive. Okay, here we go. Wow, there's a lot coming with that one. Okay. These don't feel at all related. I'm going to call that poor shuffling. If another one of them comes out a second time, we know it really belonged. What more can we know about the Nine of Swords? Okay. So, here's the challenge on the Nine of Swords. A little bit of defensiveness. This is you feeling protective of your ideas, this defensiveness. And someone close to you has an opinion about them that might not feel really favorable. But you can just take that as constructive criticism and, you know, try not to allow the opinions of others to dictate your destination. Because this engages old wounds. So first week, last week, you end up with a little bit of old wound stuff showing up. But here's the other part of this card. There's love. There's responsiveness. And there's intimacy here. So, as these cards were saying, you've been working on that in the Ten of Cups. You've been surprised and delighted by what's shown up in answer to your prayers. So there's a little bit of challenge with the bliss. That's just life, though. That's just how it goes. It's how we roll. It's how we learn and grow, right? All right, Scorpio, I'm going to move on to the Doreen Virtue Angel Answer cards. This is your opportunity to ask a question. I'll pull at least 3. Yes. I love that. It's the one with the exclamation point. Oh boy. Okay. Got a handful here. This is what fell out next. Romance. Just what I was saying over here. You've got something new in your life, Scorpio, and it feels really good. And it's creating big happy changes for you. Because you're ready. You prayed for it, you asked for it, and you got it. Congratulations and blessings to you. Last card, I'm using the Universe Has Your Back. This is your affirmation for the month of August. Ooh, all right. Gosh, your cards are like greedy to get out of the deck today. That's exciting. I like that. Well, you got 4 of them. So there's one for each week of the month. We'll say, first week, hope is the conduit for miracles. Joy is the ultimate creator. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. You're amazing at that, Scorpio. And last, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. That's what's on the moon card, and that's what you're going to end up doing. Look, moon, moon. That's an awesome reading. I'm excited for you, Scorpio. Leave some comments. Tell me the story. I want to hear about it. I'm delighted. Okay, my love and blessings to you. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the reading a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. Don't forget to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos as well to get a full picture of the month. I'll see you next month for September, and of course I'll see you in the daily readings as well. Bye for now, Scorpio. Super excited for you.